And howdy, everybody. Happy Sabbath. Welcome to the Word, Praise, and Wisdom number 5. Had to think about that. Howdy, Lynn. Howdy, Landon. Okay. Today's basic colors, right? Red, blue, orange. All right. Anyways. Hey, look at that. We got good video on that side, too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Abba. All right. Today we will be reading Psalm 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, which is awesome. These are going to really start getting into messianic prophecies too. So fasten your seatbelts. But as usual, let's go ahead and pray in. Father, thank you very much for allowing us to fellowship together today in the name of your Son. And we just thank you for that. And thank you for all the blessings you bestow upon us, and that you do see us as your children and see fit to correct us, and chastise us, and prod us along and get us moving. We ask for you to pour out your spirit of wisdom and knowledge and understanding on everybody here now and in the future, that they get the message that you need us to have as we read the Psalms. And also, too, we would like to request your further and continued coverage over those at conference, and cover and protect them. And also, there's some people that have some health issues we would like you to address. You know who they are, and we thank you for that. We hope we're a blessing to you, and we want to bless you. In Jesus Yeshua's name, amen. Alrighty then. Let's start rolling. Psalm 21. Let's make sure I got the right book. Okay, here we go. Not that I've ever gotten it wrong. Okay, Psalm 21. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Lord, and in thy salvation how greatly shall he rejoice. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips. Selah. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest it him, even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation. Honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceeding glad with thy countenance. For the king trusteth in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. Therefore thou shalt make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord, in thine own strength, so we shall sing, pray, and praise thy power.
Chapter 22. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why art thou so far from helping me, and from the words of my roaring? O my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not, and in the night season am not silent. But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. Our fathers trusted in thee. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cry unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. But I am a worm, and no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip, they shake the head, saying, He trusted in the Lord, that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make the hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my God from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is no one to help. Many bulls have encompassed me, strong bulls of Bashan have beset me around. They gaped upon me with their mouths as a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax, it is melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd. My tongue cleaveth to my jaw, and thou hast brought me into the dust of death. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and feet. I may tell all my bones. They look and stare upon me. They part my garments among them and cast lots upon my vesture. But be not thou far from me, O Lord, O my strength, haste thee to help me. Deliver my soul from the sword, my darling from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. I will declare my name unto my brethren. In the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. Ye that fear the Lord, praise him. All ye the seed of Jacob, glorify him and fear him. All ye the seed of Israel. For he hath not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither hath he hid his face from him. But when he cried unto him, he heard. My praise shall be of thee in the great congregation. I will pay my vows before them that fear him. The meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise the Lord that seek him. Your heart shall live forever. All the ends of the world shall remember and turn to the Lord, and all the kindreds of the nations shall worship before thee. For the kingdom is the Lord's, and he is the governor among the nations. All they that be fat upon the earth shall eat and worship. All they that go down to the dust shall bow before him, and none can keep alive his own soul. A seed shall serve him. It shall be accounted to the Lord for a generation. They shall come and shall declare his righteousness unto a people that shall be born, that he hath done this.
Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me into paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord, or who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, who hath not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, he shall receive the blessing from the Lord, and righteousness from the God of his salvation. This is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Selah. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts, he is the King of glory. Selah.
Chapter 25. Unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. O my God, I trust in thee. Let me not be ashamed. Let not mine enemies triumph over me. Yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. Show me thy ways, O Lord, teach me thy paths. Lead me in my truth. Lead me in thy truth and teach me. For thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all day. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindness, for they have been ever of old. Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions. According to thy mercy, remember thou me for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. Good and upright is the Lord. Therefore will he teach sinners in the way. The meek will he guide in judgment. The meek will he teach his way. All the paths of the Lord are mercy, and teach unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. For thy name's sake, O Lord, pardon mine iniquity, for it is great. What man is he that feareth the Lord? Him shall he teach in the way that he shall choose. His soul shall dwell at ease, and his seed shall inherit the earth. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. Mine eyes are ever towards the Lord, for he shall pluck my feet out of the net. Turn thee unto me, and have mercy upon me, for I am desolate and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. O bring thou me out of my distresses. Look upon mine affliction and my pain, and forgive all my sins. Consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. O keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee. Redeem Israel, O God, out of all his troubles.
Awesome. That was good. That was very muy bueno. All right. So let's go back to 21 and discuss this, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
And, notice it starts right off with salvation.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And rejoicing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Just amazing. Because if you talk to a lot of the people in the pulpits today, there was no salvation in the Old Testament. Right? Kind of goes back to what are the scriptures that all the apostles are talking about?
Right?
Well, they're just talking about Paul's and Peter's letters.
Yeah, but a lot of those stories in the Old Testament, he kind of called to him the same way he did Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the same. Like, you just doing your own thing or just misunderstood, but have sort of a relationship with God. And then all of a sudden this like epiphany or like more direction directly from the Father, more understanding.
Right. More direct input, I guess.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of interesting because I believe we see that sort of thing a lot today. It's kind of like we saw Abraham had this direct contact, and then Isaac, greatly believed his dad, his father, Abraham, and had minimal interaction with, God the Father. And then Jacob was just seems like he was just, yeah, okay, I'm the chosen seed. All right, let's go. I'm super special, until he had that interaction. And then it was like, oh, this is a little more serious than how I was taking it.
Right.
That's the way I see it. But anyways, yeah, this is very good. And this is talking about the king also in 21. The king that trusts in, what is that? Yahovah right there? Probably in verse 7. It is Lord 3068. Yeah, Yahovah. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. We could use leaders that certainly did that instead of just parroting, we're a Christian nation. We can do whatever we want. I saw a meme this morning that showed the 3 power families had started 10 wars, the current power families, 10 wars with over 6 million dead. And they claim to represent the citizens of the United States. Very interesting, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, it's just because I was thinking over that, but I don't want to go off subject. But
Too late.
yeah. The current condition of what we're in, and I was thinking of using all this camera equipment to show how easy it is to make propaganda. I was daydreaming. I'm probably not going to do it, but it's very, very easy. I could film myself with a mask on. You would think I was in Kyiv. And I was thinking of the primer in the 80s and the Cold War and everything and all the movies. And then now you have this. So nothing is quite at a boiling point, but what is the seed being planted in the thoughts and minds of all the people through the news media today that in 10 years, how's that? It's a primer. There is a seed being planted that's going to be watered and nurtured. And which way, I don't know, but that's just, I wonder what that seed is being planted for. I think I kind of know, but I don't know how or what. Direction.
I believe what it is you got the 2 factions that are fighting, just as we had, the 2 apostles, their mom saying, "Please seat my sons at your right hand, Lord." That's what we have, these power factions in the worldly realm fighting over to be at the right hand of the dragon, in my opinion.
I want to be that little horn.
They want to be next to the little horn, yeah, or the little horn, and I believe that if you haven't watched it, look up probably Alexandra's stuff, but I believe she's right. All the world will get behind the light side, right?
Mhm.
Because we defeat evil, because it's all the evil is being exposed. But in reality, there's evil, but we're going to be embracing the bad. It's not godliness.
Mhm.
And everyone will say, "Yay, look what we did. We defeated evil."
Oh, they're already saying that.
Yep.
Yeah. There's
saying-
not even any mention of God doing anything. It's like, I'm pretty sure that if he didn't have his hand in it, nothing would be happening and we'd still be going the way we were without people knowing what's happening. The exposure is crazy.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. Look what we exposed.
Yeah,
We were
crazy
exposing
people.
evil.
Yeah, they think they did it all. Mm-hmm.
We pulled the trench coat aside.
Yeah. Please put that back over.
Too late. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I mean, the rest of the Psalm 21 goes on. And,
Oh, yeah.
the people that oppose a godly king are going to get their end.
Right. And then he's talking about them being a fiery oven.
Yeah.
He's going to swallow them up and the fire shall devour them. That sounds more like the consummation of the consummation.
Yeah. It really does. Let's see. Okay. Nobody's sneaking in yet.
It's so rich. So rich with just everything.
It is. There's so much information.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go to 22. Lynn was reading this. What did you think, Lynn, while you were reading that?
I was thinking I was having a hard time seeing because I need glasses. This, what did I think? Well, I think it's me. I'm not kidding you. I think it just feels like that's how I pray sometimes.
Right.
A lot lately too. And then
Yeah. Well, it's definitely the prophecy of Messiah of Christ coming. That
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then in 12,
uh-huh.
many bulls have compassed me, strong bulls of Bashan have beset around me, and you can see Amos 4:1 for that one.
Right.
I had a question about that and the dogs. 'Cause I was just wondering. It mentions a wild oxen too. I was just wondering what it was in the original. Go lay down.
No.
They're fighting right underneath the camera, and I don't want to knock it over. I was just wondering what the word for dogs was in 16 and for bulls in 12.
It's dogs is Hebrew 3611, Caleb, which from an unused root meaning to yelp or attack. It's also used as a euphemism for a male prostitute.
Right.
And then bulls is Hebrew 6499, par or par, a bullock, as breaking forth, or perhaps as dividing the hoof, the divided hoof. 6565 is parar, violate, frustrate, break up.
That split hoof thing just kind of makes me wonder if the same political stuff was going on in his day.
Oh yeah. There's nothing. Well, I believe, and you guys have seen that probably. I believe it was because John in Revelation says that it was that one of the 7 heads is now, right? One of the kingdoms. Right. One of the kingdoms is now, well, at that time, that was Rome. That was the world power then. I believe that's the one that got the deadly wound. And then all world politics were guided by the church or the religious system centered in Jerusalem, because everybody goes and prays at the wall. Everybody kisses the ring of the dude with the fish hat.
I'm going fishing.
Yeah. And anyways, yeah. But we're starting to see them shuck that off.
Yeah.
We're seeing it. We are seeing it happen.
Yeah. So they pierced my hands and feet. They part my garments among. There's Jesus right there.
Oh yeah.
It's so obvious.
Yep. Part my garments among them, cast lots upon my vesture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My darling.
And that, yeah, where was that?
What?
Darling.
My darling?
What verse? I wanted to look that up.
What is it? Oh, 20.
Oh, there it is. Hebrew 3173. Yaqid. Oh, interesting. United. Soul. Beloved. Lonely. Life.
Okay, and there's the power of the dog again.
Yeah. Yep. So that, yeah, it's a powerful psalm. Yeah, it's funny because I never know about that. But what's the psalm everybody always quots?
91.
Well, it's always Psalm 23, right? The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want.
Well, that one's like, oh,
yeah.
You did word study on it.
When the first time I read 22, I was like, why isn't anybody quoting this?
I know. It's like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Were they produced in order? Because I was wondering what was going on in between 21 and 22. Like, And he's like, he fell into like clinical depression a bit from going from like, you're an awesome God, and then why?
Yeah,
Yep.
Where you at?
I get that. I get that. I have that. It's why I've been 22 and I'm like, ooh.
Well, that would have to be depressing. I mean, can you imagine you're getting all these wonderful visions of salvation and mercy and love and retribution against people that hate God, and then all of a sudden you're getting a vision of being beaten and spit on and stripped naked and then nailed to a tree,
Mhm.
and you're like, this doesn't quite feel so good anymore. The you know, and the
Mhm.
power of, you know, when you get hit with something like that, power of a vision like that, it's overwhelming. Well, I mean, good or bad. When you get hit with something spiritual, it's from God.
It
It's
is overwhelming.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can remember being flat out a couple times
Yep.
because he wants to get your attention or something. You need to teach you something, and
Yep. Yeah. So it's almost sometimes like that. Like in movies when someone has a big vision and like everything around them disappears and they're in it. You know, I'm thinking about the movies like where they talk about psychic people and stuff. But
Sometimes it really does happen like that, though.
yeah. Yep. And then let's see.
yeah, they used that in Criminal Minds at the beginning of their series. Like they would, like the guy who'd be talking about the whatever, and then they'd all of a sudden be in the scene. That I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yep. And then notice as we get towards the end of the psalm too. Yep. Everybody's going to be bowing down to him.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to worship him. You know, that's got to be a harsh wake up. It is a harsh wake up. I've been there. All right, let's go to 23. Landon timed that right. Let's see if I can come in just right. I can read the shortest one today. Yeah.
Thanks, Brandon.
That's cool though. Sometimes I get the shortest one.
That's what you get for reading ahead.
Yeah.
You know when to jump in.
Okay. Yep. So again, you know, I mean, right at the beginning, he is my shepherd. He, you know, that he's the one guiding me, not the other way around, and not someone else. You know, it's like
He provides everything I need.
Yeah, this praise psalm thrown in there right after this everything is crumbling, but everybody's going to be worshiping his anointed. The valley of the shadow of death.
That's a shadow that little valley that runs along the edge, does it?
Like we were reading in Enoch.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
I'm sorry?
That's what I thought of when I was reading it.
Yeah. Fear no evil. What's the word for evil there? Hebrews 7:451. Raw, bad, evil. Well, that pretty much sums it up, eh? Bad or evil. Bad. Of course, there's expounding upon that they have. But I find that serves oftentimes bigger distraction.
Right.
Hey, give your neighbor my address, please. The
Oh, dear, I can't read it.
They'll look at this video and be like, I ain't going anywhere near that clutter. All
Keep
right.
mine well hidden off camera.
Yeah. That's just a presentable pile.
I have a green screen behind me. And it's fake.
All right, let's go to 24, shall we? And look, this continues on in awesome praise, right? Who gets to go to the mountain, to the hill? What is that word hill? 2022? Har means mountain or range of hills.
Oh.
Who shall ascend into the mountain or the hill of the Lord? Or who shall stand in his holy place? Oops. There we go. And then look, it describes who. Right? Clean hands, pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. I think that's only one person there.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny how slow dogs can move when they say they want in. All right. Yep. Awesome neighbors are good to have. All right. So that is pretty awesome. And then notice too, though, it expounds upon that, right? In verse 6, this is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Now, what is this? Lift up your heads, O ye gates. Sha'ar.
Gates.
Opening. A door. A gate. Yep.
Gates and doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one you enter into his gates with praise and something like that. I get it backwards.
That primitive root to split or open. Sha'ar. Right?
Everlasting door.
To act as a gatekeeper, or figuratively to estimate. That's interesting. Basically, discernment. Yep, and we do have to discern.
Yes.
We do have to.
We have to practice that.
True. What's that modern proverb that says something like you make bad decisions from lack of experience and you get experience from making bad decisions? Yep. I can attest to that. So interesting, though. He is speaking to the gates and the doors, though.
No.
Right? And it says, lift up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in.
I just love this. I can just hear the song.
Yeah.
Who's the King of Glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. I mean, can you just hear the song?
Yep. I don't know the song, but yeah.
Yeah,
The-
but it's there. I mean, probably different for each one of us.
I don't know. I wonder about that because in Revelation it says that the multitude that no man can number is singing a new song.
See, and that collective unconsciousness or whatever you want to call it, like, sorry, but everything's connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Everything is connected.
All the same song. That would be, ooh, can you imagine?
I can. I don't know if it'll be correct.
What?
All right, let's go to 25. And another one, right? Look at that. Right into
Mhm.
it's you that lift up my soul. I lift up my soul too. Right? It's you. I trust. Don't let me be ashamed. Now, what is he saying there? Don't let me be ashamed for trusting in you. That almost goes with what Jesus said, with Yeshua saying, those who deny me or are ashamed of me in the world, will I also deny or be ashamed of to my Father. Something along those lines. Does everybody know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Do I know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I don't know.
You didn't have to laugh at that part, but thanks, Landon. I appreciate it. Agua. Yep. All right. So, what do we have? Let's
So-
see. Go ahead.
Wait. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. Yeah. So they transgress without cause. So they're just doing it to be mean. Is that correct?
Yes.
Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths.
That's an interesting point there, right there, though, because David and his band of people were starving
Mm-hmm.
when they took the bread that was meant to be for the priests.
But David was a priest. So it was okay for him to take the bread.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't a priest, though. He was a king.
But was he also in the line of the priesthood?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay.
Judah.
Yeah, that's why he got hammered, right? Or that's why Jesus, Yeshua, uses that as an example. Have you not read when David took the bread, so it's only lawful for the priests to eat, and then the Pharisee's head exploded. Okay, it didn't explode, but
Well, they kind of did.
got very red in the face and angry. Yeah, Landon's just chilling. There.
Did they think I was stuck?
Yep. See, you should have started singing. Should have started singing Frozen.
Right. I knew it. Let it go.
Oh no, I meant the Jeremiah Dirt version from Solomon Kane.
Oh,
You can't freeze that long. Oh man. All right. Yeah, that's some awesome stuff there.
I'm looking at that.
freeze
That's
up.
You're looking that up?
No. I was telling the GR. That's why I'm in this position.
Yeah. Yeah. And then look at 5, right?
Mhm.
Lead me in thy truth and teach me, for thou art the God of my salvation. On thee do I wait all the day. Every day. Every day we should be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. What about 7? Man, that is telling. Shall we put it that way? Right? remember not the sins of my youth nor my transgressions. I don't know about you all, but in my youth, I was quite the bonehead.
Youth and not so youth
Yeah.
for me.
I don't know. I figure if we're under that 120 years.
We're still youth.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember not the sins of my youth.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that, Landon, right there?
Right.
Yeah. Presenting glow in the dark Landon. But throw everybody off. Make your beard glow in the dark.
Right. And my eyebrows.
And your eyebrows. All right. Your first what do they call those? Animated paintings? Animated sculpture?
I'd be happy being a fake bush that scares people.
That would be entertaining.
It would. I could do that all day.
Till you get to the gun answers all the problems person.
Yeah, you got to do it on like a college campus or something, where like a hospital.
Yep. And look at 8. That's also a messianic prophecy. Good and upright is the Lord. Therefore will he teach sinners in the way. Right? When you were sinners, when you were transgressing in your sins, he died for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Look at getting some free advertising here today there, Landon.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Thank you. Buy some.
Placement of anything in the background is strictly coincidental. But not today.
Not today.
All right.
So I like 10
Uh-huh.
because, the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth to those that keep his covenant and his testimony.
Yeah. What happened about that?
Yeah. So that's like, keep his covenant. We do the Passover and we do those types of things because that's what God tells us to do.
Yeah. Quick, take that part out of the Bible.
Yeah, no. Took me forever. It took me a whole lifetime to find how do I really worship Yahweh and Jesus in the proper way that he wants me to. Well, there it is. It's in the first 5 books.
Well, if you measure it against like the life of a 10-year-old, it took a long time. But if you measure it against the life of the world's oldest living person, you got it early.
Yeah, well, better late than never, right?
Yeah. Amen. It is better late than never. That's awesome there. Let's see, where was it? What verse was that in? Oh, 2010. Yep. But then look at 11. Right back into the mercy, right?
Yeah.
For thy name's sake, for your name's sake, O Lord, pardon my
iniquity.
Because it's great. It's a big one.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. I love it. He shall teach, like it just says it. God's going to teach you how he wants to teach you.
Yep.
In verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he knows you. He knows how you learn the best. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Get your own teacher. Yeah.
Well, everyone learns differently.
Mhm.
Learns differently. And that it's very, very interesting because I've instructed thousands of people with shooting, and you just have to try to pick up on how they learn. But if your creator knows that, he can do it.
Yeah.
The thing is,
You got to let them.
yeah, that's the thing, is we have to be open and willing to that.
Mhm.
Because we're so often bent on, we're so often fixated on how can I survive in the world, right? I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, okay, well, if I, conform to this form of employment, then I'll be able to better conform to paying bills and taxes, or, if I make my appearance like this, then I will be more acceptable to these people. On and on and on. I mean, it's never ending. The thing is, once we give up and say, I'm broken, okay, can't do it anymore. Hello,
Yep.
Taco Bell. Yeah. Hello, Leo.
Can't tell you how annoying it is to try and do a Bible study and you have something scratching your leg the entire time because he wants to get in your lap.
Give you kisses and love you.
Have you seen videos of that guy that has like big pet iguanas down in Florida?
Oh, I used to have a huge iguana.
He comes home from work and goes out in the backyard and he's like, come on. He calls them. They come running over to him. Ooh. Hi, Dad.
We got a shipment of racking in from I'll say South Florida.
Racking?
Racking for warehouse for the a boss is like, we got to check them for iguanas because they were outside in the sun down there and they bake on it. Sure enough, we caught a few. I'm like, whoa, I just didn't expect it. Yeah, so
Mine was big.
Yeah.
I had a full-grown female.
Wow.
She lived in the room and she had a ramp up to her board, which was up there, and that she hung out up there and took showers with me because she was potty trained for the shower. And she laid eggs everywhere. She laid eggs everywhere one time.
Really?
I found eggs everywhere.
This morning we are having an iguana omelet.
No.
It's like Easter, but with a dragon.
Oh, it's right on.
Oh, man. Okay.
Paint those with acrylics.
So is that like a rabbit and drag? Okay. Anyways, let's continue on. Boy, talk about going off course.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Consider mine enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with cruel hatred. I think you can see that in a lot of comments when people don't agree with one another online. People really let loose on that stuff. Yeah.
Or that if they were face to face, they wouldn't be so like that.
Yeah.
No, because you get retribution from people around you. So when you behave like an idiot, and it's not socially acceptable. There's no consequence on the internet.
Yep.
And look, in verse 20, he's talking about keep my soul and deliver me. Let me not be ashamed, for I put my trust in thee. There he is talking about not being ashamed again.
Yeah.
Or trust in Abba.
Yep. And that's interesting because one of the words for that, actually the only word in there in italics, is causal. So it's kind of like, because I put my trust in thee. Don't let me be ashamed because I trust in you. Yeah. Yep. And then redeem Israel, O God, out of all his troubles. And that everybody, see, it's talking about Israel. But let's see here. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Well, Galatians 6:16. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of God. Ephesians 2:12, that at that time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. We are the true Israel, those that name Jesus Christ, Yeshua Messiah, those who name him.
That's right. Amen. Mm-hmm. We are Israel.
We've been grafted in, whether we are, doesn't matter if we're a genetic descendant, because without Messiah, you don't got squat. Without Christ, you have nothing.
Ooh.
And if you do have Christ, you may have a one chihuahua on your lap.
Where's mine?
Oh, that was a surprise. Hey, what are you doing? I'm cold now. And that, oh my goodness. Well, now that we're over, howdy, desert. Anyways, what else? Anything else anybody wants to talk about while we are here? No? Everybody's like, I want to go rest. Everybody else wants to go lay back down like April. In April, you're right, because it is a day to rest. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading, Lynn. Thanks for reading, Landon.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for the commentary. If you want to read with us, let us know.
Yep.
Right? We're not going to sit here and say you're wrong unless you come in with something really off the wall, because we're all learning.
Yep.
Matt.
I mean,
yes, he does. You missed our conversation on that earlier. I'll have to go back and watch. So everybody, like, share, subscribe. Like for the L's, like for Lynn, like for Landon.
And Lauren.
Scratch the dog's belly. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome. Resting expert. Dun, dun, dun. I need to know how to rest when you've torn every muscle in your body.
don't move.
Says the occasional mechanic. Anyways, all right, everybody, thank you much. Like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell thingy. And I love you all. We'll talk very soon. Don't forget, Enoch, if you want to read. Love you. Bye.